Let's get this thing up here. Blah, blah, blah. You can't turn your phone while you're recording. All right, let's see. Is this thing working or not? Hey, Lo, can you see me? Is this straight up and down, or I can't tell? The writing is down here. I can flip it if it's not. Just hit me in the comments, would you? Okay, boom. Get off there. Okay. All right, I'm going to do a dopping video. Can you guys see me? Am I straight up and down now? Hit me on the comments so I know, all right? Because I can't tell. The writing is going this way. Come on. Somebody comment. I can't see anything. You guys care? All right. This is going to be really random because I can't find my alcohol lamp. All right, dopping 101. I'm still not seeing any comments. Can you comment, Lo? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? So first, this is like a target dop. All right, Lo. Hey, Lo, can you? Is this horizontal for you at home? All right. Can you hear me now? So this is a target dop. So you can place the stone anywhere. What does no mean? Other way. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, it says you can't rotate your phone, but it doesn't really tell you what's happening. So this is called like a target dop. So you could place your stone in here before you dop if you want to get it centered. A lot of times it doesn't matter. It depends on your piece of rough. A lot of times if your piece of rough just fits on there and you can get it roughly centered, that's fine. But if you have it you really want to be very perfect, then you got to put it on a target dop first. And then put it in your transfer fixture, line it up so that you can see, okay, you're here and you're here. Get an up. Yep, see. Okay, line it up and then get this guy keyed in there. Your dops are keyed, so they go one way. They slide in there. They got that little low spot that goes under there. So now what you can do is see how they come together and then move this stone around to get it where it's perfectly centered, okay? And we're not going to do that. I'm just showing you how. I don't think I had this up here where you can see it. So, see what I'm doing here? And then I've got this move this guy forward here. Tighten this guy down. So now I got one dop secure. So my flat dop is secure. Now I've got the silicone. This is a silicone earplug. You can get them at Home Depot, anywhere. And so you put that on your target dop. You could even put it on any big dop. So now I can move this stone around and get it where it's centered on the flat dop before I get going, all right? Then once it's centered, then I heat the dop up, get the wax on there, put them together, okay? Now, we're going to do just a normal dopping right now, okay? So I'm going to show you a little piece of a tool that I made from a stick. And everybody loves a tool from a stick. Nice piece of mesquite from my house. Okay, you drill a hole in the end. Now you can hold your dop without burning your fingers. Really nice effect. Now, I kind of reamed this out. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just gone in and out so that it would be a better interference fit, because look, it falls out. Not cool. Which actually, I just think about this. Hey, I could use some of my handy dandy silicone, put it in the hole, then put this in here. Oh, bam. Hey, live TV makes me smarter. I'm under pressure. Nice. Okay, because you do need to be able to turn this and let the wax move around and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm doing a flat dot. That's usually how you start, because you're going to put what's going to be the crown on the dot. And then you're cutting the culet first on your machine. What's up, kid? Say hi. Well, you got to scooch where everybody can see. This is my 6-year-old, Giovanni. He's wild. He's a wild man.
Daddy?
Yes, son.
Are you going to polish the stone?
I'm not going to polish it right now. I'm just showing how to dot. Okay, so now here's some peridot I collected up in San Carlos. And, you know, I'm not doing this like I'm really going to cut the stone. I'm not getting too carried away. But you see the stone. You can see, hey, Lo says hi, Gio. You can see the stone has a nice flat spot. Usually I would pre-form, right? I would make a flat spot on the machine with like 600 or 3,000, you know, depends on how smooth it is already. And I might even, you know, cut the rough cone of the stone if I'm doing a round brilliant. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach this stone to that dot. Okay. Again, I'm using a lighter because I think I sold my alcohol lamp. Let me look over here. Man, you people are crazy. So, but just because I got to do this, let me show you something. As long as we're best friends, I want to show you something so you'll understand what you're missing. Oh, you weigh a lot. My kid weighs 45 pounds. Woo, big. This is what I call Big Daddy. The big transfer fixture, $598 of goodness. But you see how this slides? On the standard transfer fixture, nothing slides but the dops. You actually slide the dops back and forth, just like that, okay? So you don't have as much travel. You don't have a way to access from underneath with heat and so on. But I don't even own one of these for myself yet. I keep thinking I'm going to get one, and it just doesn't happen. $600, what can I say? Ugh. All right, so please step back now. Buddy, no, you can hurt your fingers with that thing. That thing's crazy. All right, let's see if we can do this with a lighter now. So here we are, boom, dot, stone, boom. Now, a lot of times I put my stone on top of the lamp of the machine, especially if you have an incandescent bulb, to get it warm. Some people heat this with a torch or with the flame. I like to warm it slowly, and on top of the lamp, I give it like, I'll put it up there before I get started, so that it literally is at least like 90 to 100 degrees all the way through the stone, you know, not just on the outside where, you know, hitting it with a torch, it's cold on the inside, hot on the outside, that's not good. So I like to heat it on the lamp, but a way to warm it initially is good. You also want to clean it 3 times, not once, 3 times with acetone. If you don't have acetone, use alcohol. But clean it with a paper towel, clean it again, no oil, no any kind of residue, nothing going on, okay? I'm not doing that right now. So now we're getting ready to dop. You got your dopping wax, you got your dop. And again, with a torch, it's going to be a lot easier. But basically, I'm getting the dop hot. This dop already has some wax on the side. Now here's the rule: never make your wax on fire, because your wax is a combination of wax and see how it's burning. And this doesn't matter. This stuff I'm not using. You know, this is old wax on the side. The wax is a combination of wax and shellac. And when you burn it, the shellac is burning off. So you really affect the adhesion because shellac is what holds on. All right, so I got it nice and warm there. Nice and toasty. And then I usually also heat my wax, but like above. You know, again, don't get it in the flame. Just let it warm up. This is where, you know, having a theme song is helpful. To see how a little bit of smoke there. You really don't want to see any smoke. Smoke is bad, flame is worse. Just let it soften up. And then you kind of carve off some wax. Look at that. See, I'm just carving off wax onto my dop. I'm really not, you know, trying to keep it warm so much or anything like that. I'm just getting a load of wax onto the dop. Can you see it? There we go. That's not bad. Not bad for a lighter, man. Golly. I just had 3 guys come in today that all had, no, 2 of them had really old, like Stanley Lapidary. That means their machines were made between 1965 and 1970. And man, these guys can cut. Hey, don't freak me out when I'm playing with fire. All right, so here's our dop. We've got wax on it. Here's our stone. We've made it flat. We've cleaned it 3 times with acetone. Right? Right. Okay, now I'm going to heat the dop so that the wax becomes liquid. I am not going to put the flame to the wax at all. So I heat it back here. And I can watch that wax. I can watch when it starts to get kind of liquidy. You could probably see it there. It starts to get a little, oh, there it goes. And see, this is why I want to be able to hang it upside down so I can get all that wax going that way. And then I get my stone, put it on there. I can move it around. I can center it. Hold it. Get it where you want it. Then hold it there. You can blow it a little bit. And then a little trick is if you have a wet finger, you can take your finger with water on it and you can mold the wax into a nice little, like mold it against the stone so that it kind of forms. And even now it's cooling down, I can do it. But with a wet finger, you could do it real quick and mold it so it kind of adheres to the stone. I never like it when the wax goes like this way to the stone. I like it to kind of have a nice, even, like a bridge across to the stone.
Booty.
So now here it is. Let me see if I can get it so it, hey Mike, hey Richard, welcome guys. So there it is. There's a stone, all dopped up, ready to go. See if I can get a better background for you. That orange door is pretty good. So you see how it flows, the wax flows down to the stone, makes a good grab on it. And the general rule of thumb is you don't want this to be hot at all when you start cutting. Now I'm doing this for Low. Low bought a V5 from me during the Tucson Gem Show. He went back to Austin and he's like, I want to cut now. So I'm like, all right, bro, let's do a live video, man. We'll do this.
Daddy, why don't you want the coast that's wax hot?
You don't want it hot. Why don't my 6-year-old has a good question. Why don't you want it hot? Because it still moves when it's hot. So the general rule of thumb is
it might fall off. It might be covered with wax, and
it might fall off. And it might be covered with wax.
Kind of thing will happen.
Bad stuff.
And that what I actually want to tell you is no.
You're stealing my show, kid. My kid's he always does this. He steals my show.
Is that could it be warm?
No, it cannot be warm.
It got to be completely super cold.
Not super cold, but cooled. So my general rule of thumb is 20 minutes. Like if you, hey Ian, let's see, bring them on camera. I don't think Low has I don't know how to do, I'm trying to something new here. Send invite. Can't bring Richard online. I don't know how to do that, guys. Anyway, I guess you could put different people on camera. That's kind of cool. I haven't done a live video in a while. The pandemic was my like live video heyday. The pandemic's over. So anyway, 20 minutes, 20 minutes to let this really cool. You want the stone, the wax, the dop, everything cool. And remember that anything like this is going to cool from the outside in. So even when you touch it, like, it's cool. Well, deep inside there, it could be plenty warm. Now my child is attacking me by throwing things at me. I get no respect. So let this thing cool about 20 minutes. Place it in your machine. It's
Can I feel it?
you can feel it, sure. It's pretty hot still. See. So then you're gonna put it in your machine. Here's the key. There's a little tiny rod inside the quill. So you. All right. Tighten it down. You can start fastening gemstones. Baby, that doesn't make any sense. My 6-year-old says things that make no sense.
What?
So you could, Giovanni, that's
Where did
not,
you
not
get that
acceptable.
ruby?
Now, so then you can cut stuff like that. Piece of cake.
Dad, did you cut that?
Huh? All right,
Did
guys.
you cut that?
Hey, no, don't embarrass me on camera. I didn't cut that.
Dad.
So, Dave from Faster's Paradise, I appreciate you watching. That's how you dop your first stone on a flat dop. And then, of course, when you go to cone dop, want to do that? Want to see how to switch it? Let's see here.
Dad, is this one mine?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure, kid. All right.
But
This
wasn't mine.
This is what comes with the machine. Right? Okay. So this is an already cut pavilion. This is what they use to calibrate the machine to make sure everything works good. Okay. So now you've cut your pavilion. You have polished your pavilion. You've gone from 600 to 12 to 3,000 or to 1,200, then 3,000. And then maybe 50,000 or cerium oxide, depending on your material. If you're cutting quartz or glass, then cerium oxide. I've just been hearing about super cerium, which, you just can't get good enough cerium. So now we're going to do what's called a transfer. This is the transfer fixture, right? So we loosen this up, we push this back, and we put the finished stone in. We tighten this side down. Now remember, I'm doing this, you guys. I'm doing this with a lighter because I guess I sold my alcohol lamp during the show. You guys, nobody would leave me alone, man. You guys want stuff. So here is a cone dop. The cone head's at home. So a cone dop. Now, so here's our pavilion. Now we can, oh man, what did I do? Oh, I untightened it so far it won't go anymore. Bum, bada, bum, bum. So you see the cramp I'm getting here? Because I don't have my $600. This thing swings to the side, okay? So once it's turned, hey Veronica, once this turned to the side, now I can get it in, okay? Now, when I started my faceting journey, I was tempted to get the big dop, the big transfer fixture, the $600 transfer fixture that I showed you guys a minute ago, $598, and yes, I have one in stock. Only one, because you guys bought these like crazy during the show and right after the show. And I thought, God, do I need that? When I got my first V5, do I need to get that big transfer fixture? And you know what I thought? I'm like, you know what? For 50 years, people have been winning awards with this transfer fixture. They've been cutting award-winning stones. I think I can manage. I still do want the big one, and one day I will get it when I grow up. So here we are. We have a cone dop, and we have a finished stone, right? All right. So I'm not going to do the whole thing with the wax because I already showed you guys that, right? So first, line everything up dry. No wax, no heat, no nothing. Boom. Look at it. Make sure everything lines up exactly how you want it. Because once the wax is on there, you can't see anything, right? Everything is good. Everything is golden. We love it. So then My kid's a real brat today. He's a ham for the camera. So then we take this out. And then what is that? He just got a lollipop, so he's like, so watch out, I'm making fire. Watch out. So then, here we go. And again, don't use a lighter. I just don't know where my alcohol lamp is. But it worked. It worked fine. It's about the same size flame. So now you heat your dop. You heat your wax. Never catch your wax on fire. Never allow smoke. The minute you see smoke, back off. Get farther away. Let it go slower. Smoke is eating your shellac, and that's no bueno. Heat your dop. Warm your wax up. Carve your wax off your dop. Get all your wax in there nice and good. And then I would heat it again and get it a little bit formed on there. So now this dop is full of wax and waxy goodness and good to go. Man, you ate that whole lollipop?
I broke it.
Oh, you broke it off.
See?
I've never been patient with lollipops either. Oh, I see. Yeah. One of our staff members brought a whole jar of broken Valentine. Oh, I never even thought of it. Broken hearts. Yeah. It's
I
broke.
broke it.
Well, no. I mean, they were all broken. The ones that Jackie brought. We have she's our social media manager, Jackie. She's good. All right, so here we're in here. We have wax on the dop ready to go. We have to preheat that stone. You cannot stick a cold stone into wax. Well, you can, but that's a different technique. So we have to make sure that the stone gets warm, but not so much the dop over here because you're going to melt the connecting wax. Buddy. You could lose a monster truck by getting too bratty over there.
Yeah.
All right, so we warm the stone, okay? And then we warm this dot, which warms the wax. And yeah, you're going to move this thing like this all over, so the wax doesn't just pour out. So you're going to come from different angles getting that wax until you see that nice, shiny, liquidy part. And literally then you can even, what I generally do is I get it really liquidy. I go like this. If you've ever done glass work, then it's very similar to when you have hot glass. Go this way so that the wax starts falling down. And then boom, reverse. The wax is going to start falling toward the stone. And you can practice this dry. You can practice this before you have wet wax and gooey wax and all that. Get your moves, get your stuff on. And then get ready and push, boom, bring them together. And you bring them together until it stops, until it makes contact, until the metal dot makes contact with the stone. Don't think you need some wax in between there because you really don't, all right? Make sure it makes contact. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to go do something else for 20 minutes. Let this whole thing cool. Don't look at it. Don't move it. Just don't. I know it's like super hard to wait, especially for low. So now 20 minutes went by, like on the cooking shows, right? And now, I learned all this from Dave Richardson at the Old Pueblo Lapidary Club. It's not like I invented any of this stuff, okay? And Bob Powell was my first teacher, who also taught me the same thing. And Bob has since passed on. But these guys are great teachers, and Dave is who teaches. Yeah, it's a brat kid you hear right there. That's a brat kid. And then when I try to make a movie, you know what he does? Yeah, when I try to make a movie, what do you do? So here you go. Now, you've waited 20 minutes. Don't do that. No, that's just wrong.
Pico.
Giovanni.
Pico.
I'm serious. You can lose a monster truck, dude, real quick. Here we go. There it is. It's all stuck together. It's nice and straight. Pretend like it's straight. Now, how do you get these apart? You want to know? If you guys don't want to know, hey, I could just, go eat candy with this kid, but I think you want to know. All right, remember the stone is connected here. We are transferring it to a cone dot.
That kind of this.
First thing, no, put that back.
Why?
That's my peridot.
I mean, what one?
He just polished his first apatite bead on my V5, and he's on fire. He's like, can I cut a gem now? Can I cut a gem? So now, get a paper towel.
Can I cut a gem?
Get a paper towel.
Can I cut
Make it
a gem?
wet with cold water. Wrap the gem with cold water. protect that gem from heat. This dop is the dop you just installed. Remember, when you wrap it with paper towel, it's easy to forget, like, where was I? What am I doing? And you'll always pull the wrong dop once in your life, at least, if not more. Dave Richardson, my teacher, he used to look at me like, dude, what did you just do? And I'd say, Dave, I have to make every mistake because that's how I learn. Those are my stepping stones. Hey, Henry. So here we go. Wrap the stone in a wet, cool paper towel. Keep wild 6-year-olds far away. Okay? Now here you are. It's wrapped in paper towel. Just pretend like I did that. Then
I'm going to get it blinky so they
I
can't
see. You're
really
making people
see.
crazy over there is what you're doing. All right. So here we go. Now, buddy, no, please.
Baby!
No, that's enough. Hey, I'm serious. One more time and you're going to lose the monster
I'm
truck.
trying.
No, that's enough. So now this is wrapped in paper towel. This is the side we want to keep. Again, your friend. Generally, you want to have a pair of tweezers to pull this off because it's going to get hot and you don't want to screw up right in the middle and go, it's hot. But one thing you want to think about, you do not want to scar this brass. You do not want to use like a pair of pliers that might, like your instinct might be, I'm just going to grab it with a pair of pliers from the shed. Don't do it. You might scar this. And this is really finely machined brass that goes into the quill of your machine. So you do not want to use a pair of pliers. I think a pair of tweezers like this is what I generally use. This is one of my best tools in the world right here. It has a shovel and a tweezer, and yet has tread, but it's not, you're not going to grip it hard enough to worry about scarring your dop, okay? So, wrapped in wet paper towel, remembering which side you're taking off, apply heat to the dop. Don't get near the stone. The heat will pass right down the dop. Don't worry about it. Get it hot, and again, you're going to be this on an alcohol lamp or your torch so that you'll have this other hand free, the hand I'm using for the lighter, so that your second hand is here. And what I do is I'm constantly doing this because I want to feel it. When that wax gets just liquid enough to pull the dop away, then it's time. You don't want the heat to hit the stone, okay? So the minute the wax gets hot enough, pull this away. Now, guess what? Your stone is right here. The culet is inside the cone. Buddy, you just lost your monster truck. Do you want to lose something else?
No.
No, you already did. I told you one more time. I'm for real. So your culet's down in there. And then, of course, your uncut portion that's going to become the crown is sticking out. So the next thing you do is master the stone, master the machine to the stone. So the stone already has a girdle, right? So put your master lap on the machine. Undo the...
Can I fasten this stone?
Not right now, not while I'm talking.
But Daddy, when
Let me show these guys one more thing, and then I'm going to be done, because this is getting to be a long video, but it's nice to know all the steps. So here you are. You got your... Now, this is an old V2. Unused V2. 15 years old. Never been touched, as you can tell. So right here, this is called the collet, okay? And there's a little Allen wrench screw right there. When you unscrew that, then the quill can move freely, all right? So you put this in your machine.
Just lets the wire out.
Put this in your machine, lower it down.
Oh, can I try?
Now, one thing you can notice on this V2 is look at the size.
Can I try something?
And they've also, buddy, a minute. That was my big $600 thing. Just chill out. All right. You come down here at 90 degrees, put your thing to 90 degrees. You've loosened this so that the quill can turn. You align one girdle facet onto the master lap. So you rotate this, click, 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 and you can feel when it's perfectly flat on the master lap. When it is, then you retighten
What's
this. Now, the kid just found my alcohol lamp. You are redeemed. Ay. So once you've done that, and I forgot to mention, you set this to 96 first, like on a round brilliant. So you set this to 96, make this loose. When you align that facet, Now you've just found 96. Retighten the collet. Now the machine says it's on 96 and your stone is on 96. You're ready to start cutting. Just Sharpie
Dad,
that
you know
facet.
where this was?
I did not.
It was
I thought it was
behind
totally
here.
missing. Lo was watching you find it while I was talking. Ay, ay, ay. So you find your, you put Sharpie on that facet and drag it across a piece of paper on your master lap. And then look at it and see, did you remove the Sharpie all the way? Is it a little bit of Sharpie on the left, on the right? And if you need to adjust it, then you use the cheater, that little knob right there. If you push it left, the machine will cut left. If you push it right, the machine will cut right. This kid's 6, and I'm determined to have him facet a gemstone while he is 6 years old. I think I gotta go. It's getting crazy around here. I really appreciate you guys. To loosen the collet, is it? Yeah, it's the Allen key, and I've been lobbying Ultratech, and I think I might have just succeeded in having them, the one key that you use the most, make it a different color. So they're talking about maybe you making this one silver, so that when you and you could do that too. Like you could find the Allen key that fits here, which, as you can tell, I'm not finding because I think I already lost it. So I use one of these, big ones. But paint that one Allen key. Paint it with spray paint or something, because you're going to need it all the time. And it's just so much easier to find that thing than looking through like 8 different sizes of black Allen keys. So, Giovanni, you want to say bye? He's 6. He's not 2. He's 6. Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching, you guys. Lo, thanks for calling. I always appreciate questions like that and a good opportunity to make a live video to answer it, for other people. And then you can always log back onto this on the Fastener's Paradise page and watch it and say, what a dork, man. That guy's such a dork. I can do it way better than him. Which I love that too. I'm a beginner and I love to, buddy. I love to post stuff as a beginner because everybody, it's not intimidating and everybody learns. And a lot of the times, like my teacher, Dave, he would watch my video and he would say, okay, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. And I would just log on and do another video and do all those things. So if you need a machine, Fastener's Paradise, V5s, I got them coming. If you need any accessories, let me know. We're in Tucson. Buy lamp. Yeah, buy lamp. See you guys.
Chicken booty.
Have a great day. Appreciate you. If you're in Tucson, come visit. Bye.